Peace by Choice. Part 2. Selected readings from the booklet titled Peace by Choice, put together by Linda Gerber Quest. Creative concept of peace. Cry not peace, peace when thou, thyself, hast not shown peace to thy brethren. Learn that quiet first within self, from within, through those applications not only of the material things, but from the counsel, and meditating from within self. Aid to others brings release, brings peace, brings harmony. For, remember, as his promises were then, as they are today. My peace I give you, my peace I leave with you. Not as the world knoweth peace, not of ease, but rather that, as of the conviction within self, that others may do as they may, but as for me, I will serve the living God. That is the only means, the only outlet, that releases binding forces. For, the truth shall make you free, and ye shall be free indeed. The ideals that the entity sets before self, the goals the entity expects and attempts to attain, will make for those conditions as will bring, that makes for contentment and peace, or whether they bring those conditions, that with use wear away. Oft has it been said, and well were it that all consider friendships, and loves that are builded on peace grow, while those things, that partake of earth become weather-worn, and with age unfit, unuseful. Yet those that partake of those things, that bespeak of the abilities, that come with love in its higher sense build, grow more beautiful as time, age, comes on. Study to show thyself approved in all good consciousness to thy Lord and thy God. As is shown in Jesus, rightly dividing and divining the words of truth. Walk and talk oft with thy Lord in thy own temple. And may there be done there that is will bring to thy mind, thy body, thy soul, peace. His peace I give you. His peace I would have thee seek. For only in that may ye know the joy of living. Our in the Cayce Peace Model. Jesus the Christ is the authority for humanity on peace. The Christ is the authority for peace. Would you eliminate thy life, thy hope? Then, reject not him. Who is the way and the truth and the life, and has been and is the only way. They that climb up some other way are thieves, and robbers of their own selves, and their own opportunities. For he alone can give peace in thy consciousness. For he is the Prince of Peace, the maker of peace, the builder of peace in the hearts of those that seek his ways. Be sure, then, in thy wishing, in thy seeking, that ye ever surround thyself with the thoughts, with the awareness of, the desire for the Christ consciousness. And those inclinations for influences that might waver, that might direct the entity into unstable channels, will be lessened. For, all might, all power in heaven, and in earth, has been given into his keeping. For, he, having overcome the influences of the world of matter, being endowed with the spirit of truth, and helpfulness, and hopefulness, and love, is able to keep thee from falling into the errors of materiality or of ease. But directing in those ways, that make for the assurance of his abiding grace and mercy and strength, ye may present to thy fellow man. As ye are called on to do. An example, a way, a lesson, yet a weapon, that will bring to others peace, harmony, and the longing for the filling of their lives. As well as thine own, with love and beauty and charm, that brings the consciousness of his abiding presence. Make then, more and more thy personality shine with the individuality of thy ideal. Follow that which has been indicated as a spiritual, mental and material ideal. I stand at the door and knock, open and I will enter and will abide with thee. That is the peace that you will know, that peace which will make thy days in the earth joyous days, happy days, and all who know thee will be glad to see thee come, and sorry to see thee leave, and that can be said of so few men today. Seek ye then to walk with him. That peace he giveth thee. Not as the world knoweth peace, but as his peace, that openeth the door of understanding, of comprehension, of how God maketh peace with man through the law of love. For he is law. He is love. He taketh away not the law, but manifesteth love, in that he fulfilled the law, in that he gave himself for that edict, in the day ye eat thereof, ye shall surely die. Yet in the day that ye accept him as thy sacrifice, and live thyself according to his precepts, ye become reconciled through him to the Father, and he too walketh and talketh with thee. Study, then, to show thyself approved unto that is thy ideal. As to the choices ye make, remember, as he gave, who made me a judge of my brother? Who is my brother? He that doeth the will of the Father. What is the will? Love one another, even as I have loved you. Keep, then, the faith thou hast had in him, for he is thy strength, he is thy bulwark, he is thy elder brother. To him, in him, ye may find that which will bring to thee alone joy, peace, happiness, and that which makes me not afraid. For he is peace, not as men count peace, not as men count happiness, but in that harmonious manner in which life, the expression of the Father in the earth, is one. Even as he is one. His promises are sure in man's experience. He gave, I have overcome the world. Greater things ye shall do, or may do, in my name, for I go to the Father and will ever make intercession for thee, that ye may know indeed the glory of being at peace one with another, at in accord. Or aware of thy peace with thy Maker. Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman not ashamed, but rightly dividing the words of truth, and keeping self unspotted from those things in which thy conscience would smite thee. Know thy ideal. Keep abreast of same and being true to self. Ye may find harmony and peace such as he gave, not as the world knows or calls peace, but that alone as comes from living, and being of a useful service to thy fellow man. For he that will be, and that is the greatest among you, as he gave, is the servant and the server of all. Study to show self approved unto God, rightly divining the words of truth, and keeping self unspotted from the world. How may one do this? That sounds beautiful, yet may to some become as sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. In seeking God's ways, God's understanding, through the way that has been shown by his Son in the earth. He went about doing good day by day. Not any great revelation, not in the fanfare of trumpet, not in segregating self from the world, but being in the world was not of the world, rather that the world through him might know more of the Father's love for those in this material plane. Let the mind, the body, the purposes, the hopes, then, be centered in him, who hath given, if ye love me, keep my commandments, and I will come and abide with thee always, giving that peace, not as the world knoweth peace but that safe security, that understanding that brings harmony in the activities, in the relationships, in the meeting of every phase of the experience in this material world. Then, as ye grow in grace, using that thou knowest to do, there is given strength, hope, and peace. Such peace as the world, or the rabble, knoweth not, but that which even in the face of seeming disaster makes it possible, that through tears there may come the shining light of his love, that ye may pass on to those that ye meet. Yea, in the street, in the home, in the quietness of thine meditations, in the throng, and that every thought, every act, becomes a song in the heart, and a joy in the service of being not just good, but good in his name. Keep the mental attitude in that way of knowing in what there is life, light and immortality. It is not all of death to die, nor all of life to live. When there is sought, that peace with him, this may be had. For his promises are sure. It is not all of life to live, nor yet all of death to die. For life and death are one, and only those who will consider the experience as one may come to understand or comprehend what peace indeed means. Partnering with the creative force. Hence, unless there is the more and more awareness of the peace that comes with the acknowledgement of not my will but thine, O Father of mercy and judgment, be done in and through me, in my relationships to my fellow man, there cannot come that peace which passes man's understanding. Such an attitude alone of making the will one with the Father's may bring that peace. And it creates the beauty of divine love manifested among the children of men. When contentment is apparent, then there will be that peace which comes with that as may be so well expressed and manifested in an individual entity. Not only giving voice to same, but living in the daily experience, not my will but thine, O God, be done in and through me. That is the criterion, that is the standard brings peace that passeth understanding. To be at peace, to be in harmony with constructive creative forces, is to know him that is the way, that is life, and in him ye live and move and have thy being.